We are going to focus on character development in a really just kind of easy ways that you can double check yourself and make sure that your character, if it's dynamic, is growing. So dynamic characters, you're going to have whole characters, and they're going to have both good and bad qualities. No one is perfect, so your character is going to have to change and undergo that change within the story, so that either a conflict, whether it was their choices that led them to the conflict, they're not going to come out the same person at the end. It's a lesson learned. Maybe they didn't have anything to do with the conflict, but the conflict was placed in their life. Then they're still going to come out the other end somehow changed. And you have to think about when you're changing them, whatever personality or an insight, they have those good and bad qualities about them. You're also in good writing going to have minimal, flat, and static characters. Emphasis on the word the minimal, because you don't want a story full of them, because these characters, they can be good, they can be bad, but they don't make any change or transformation. They just stay it's very the same throughout the whole entire time. So when it comes down to it, how do you develop this character? One of the things I would usually like to start with, if you had to introduce your main character to someone that had never met them, how would you describe them as if they were your friend? So you could say, oh, she's really sweet, she's shorter, she's got blonde hair, she's really nice, she's kind of a pushover, she just does what everybody says, or maybe she's a very strong character and she doesn't let anybody get her down. So you need to think about, like, if you had to introduce your character or introduce a friend, how would you introduce it to someone that's never met them? So here's the activity that you're going to do, and this should be with your character that's dynamic. What is their physical appearance? If you just kind of sketch through these things: gender, age, body type, hair, eyes, facial features, dress, posture, movements. Are they athletic? Are they not athletic? Do they have a lisp? Not? Are they the type of person that will talk a lot, or maybe not so much? But just overall physical appearance. What would be that first impression? And then background that may influence motivations. Education, religion, early childhood experiences. If you're coming from a character that's very beaten and then has to overcome something, you need to think about that. Financial situation, do they have a lot of money? Do they not? Are they married? Are they not married? Is it a teenager? What's the age? What are the habits in the surrounding environment, and how healthy are they? All of these will help your character kind of develop who they are. And then personality. These are distinct traits. What are the dreams? What would they fear? One of the things that J.K. Rowling did is that she had these character sketches. She knew what Harry Potter loved to eat and not to eat. Is it important for us to know that? The readers know, but as she developed that character, she took all that. She knew her character's background inside and out. So after you kind of have a character sketch from, looking at their personality background, I want you to think of your main conflict. Or what is your character going to go through? And you have what your character is starting with, but what personality traits are you going to change? What are you going to change them physically? Like, are they going to get through a fight or have scoring or that kind of thing? Is their environment going to change where something's taken away? Like those things, and when you answer those questions, you will have the change in your character. Will they act differently? Absolutely. They shouldn't stay the same. Now, if they're overall sweet and they're sweet at the end, that's fine. But if they've learned that somebody's hurt them, that's going to be a part of our personality. Every learning experience we go through is a part of our personality. So you're going to make your character real and have that in there as well. So if you're using this as one of your mini lesson changes, what I'd like you to submit is the character sketch, and then what would you have them change? So this part of it.